qualities, and strengths. It covers a wide range of topics such as being patient, using one's wisdom and cleverness, displaying empathy, understanding the importance of teamwork, and embracing moral values. The timeless takeaways are significant and applicable to scenarios ranging from businesses, personal lives, and leadership roles. The stories in Panchatantra teach the importance of being prepared and proactive when life throws curveballs, placing great importance on teamwork and how a group can achieve more than what an individual can achieve alone. These lessons are a testament to how intelligent problem solving and cooperation can go a long way in achieving success and happiness. We have got some inspiring stories from Panchatantra for motivation, wellness, and spirituality. They offer valuable insights for motivation, wellness, and spirituality. Boost your personal growth, transform your life with these powerful life lessons. And as I already told, it is an ancient collection of moral stories from India that have been told for generations for personal growth and transformation. All these stories are packed with wisdom, lessons, and insights that can help you improve your motivation, wellness, and spirituality. The 10 stories. And some of the key takeaways include the importance of kindness, gratitude, patience, perseverance, creativity, and problem solving. Working together, mindfulness, avoiding greed and impulsiveness, seeking guidance from wise elders, trust and loyalty, and forgiveness and compassion. The first story is of the lion and the mouse. This story teaches us that even the smallest creatures can be helpful and powerful and shows the importance of kindness and gratitude towards others. Once upon a time, in a dense forest, a lion lived with his family. The lion was proud of his strength and roared loudly so that every animal in the forest could hear him. The other animals of the forest, including the mouse, were afraid of him, terrified of him, and would run away as soon as they saw him. One day, what happened was, while hunting, the lion caught a mouse. The mouse pleaded, requested the lion to let him go, and he also promised that he would return the favor one day. The lion was amused. Anyhow, he let him go. The lion let the mouse go. Time passed, and one day the lion got trapped in a hunter's nest. And the lion roared for help. But no one heard him. They were also afraid of him, isn't it? Except the little mouse. The mouse followed the sound and found that the lion was in the net, he was trapped. And the mouse quickly nibbled at the net and freed the lion. The lion was amazed at the mouse's bravery and thanked him profusely. In the process, the lion's ego was humbled, and the lion realized the importance of every creature, big or small, isn't it? From that day on, the lion and the mouse became very good friends, and the mouse would often visit the lion and give company. So, what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is even small creatures can do wonderful things, great things, and everyone has a purpose in life, no matter how insignificant they may seem or appear. The tortoise and the hare. This classic example has been told many times. All of us know. But the thing is, it also reminds us that slow and steady wins the race, isn't it? And that patience and perseverance are important qualities in achieving our goals. And goals have to be smart, isn't it? Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Once upon a time, there was a hare, and he really boasted about his speed, how fast he is, how clever he is. He was also always boasting about his speed, how fast he can run. And he also used to ridicule the slow moving tortoise. Obviously, tortoise move very slowly, isn't it? And challenged him to compete with him. The tortoise was a very wise and a patient animal, isn't it? Accepted the challenge. So on a particular day, they met, both took their positions, race began. The hare sprinted ahead, obviously, it was very fast, and soon got very far ahead. So he was far ahead. Now, what happens? He became overconfident and he thought, let me take a rest under a tree. Meanwhile, the tortoise continued at a steady pace, isn't it? And it was focused, slowly moved towards the finishing line. Suddenly, the hare woke up and he realized the tortoise had almost reached the finishing line, isn't it? So he had overslept probably. And he ran as fast as he could to catch her, hoping to reach the line before the tortoise. But it was too late. The tortoise had already crossed the line and he won the race. And the hare learned an important lesson that day, that his overconfidence had led him to lose the race. He realized that slow and steady wins the race, and pride could lead to one's downfall. What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that one should never underestimate their opponents. Never underestimate your opponents. Never ridicule them. And never should be too confident about one's own abilities also. It is essential to stay focused and perform to the best of abilities till the end. Isn't it? A wonderful story. Slow and steady is the race. The Crow and the Pitcher, yes, I think all of you might have heard about it. This heartening story shows about creativity and problem solving and can be more powerful than even physical powers or prowess. There was a thirsty crow and it was flying over a village looking for water. It was very thirsty. So it went on searching and then it came across a pitcher and it had some water. So it was happy, but it realized the level was too low and the crow could not reach the water. So what it did, it had an idea. It started picking up small stones, around which were lying around and dropping them into the pitcher one by one. As it went on doing this, the water level gradually rose. And till the time it was high enough for the crow to drink. The crow quenched its thirst and was thankful to have found the water. And it drank a bit of gravity, helped it access the water. The crow then flew away happily. What it shows? The moral of the story is intelligence can help overcome seemingly impossible challenges or obstacles. One should think creatively out of the box, isn't it? And find solutions to problems. We all have problems. We all face problems. Some are able to handle it better, isn't it? And we can certainly overcome impossible situations or difficulties by using our intelligence, creativity, and patience. The Elephant and the Sparrow, it's another story, interesting story, and this story teaches us never underestimate the power of wisdom and insight. And true intelligence lies in using our abilities for better good. There was an elephant and a sparrow flew into its ear and perched there. But it remained perched. The sparrow made the ear as its place to stay. And it was making a lot of noise, and the elephant was not able to sleep or walk. It was feeling disturbed. So one day the elephant was near a pond. It decided to sort of, remove the sparrow from its ears. He filled his ear with water, and the sparrow obviously struggled and flew up. And the elephant was also relieved of the sparrow. The sparrow realized its mistake and apologized to the elephant for its foolishness. The elephant also forgave the sparrow and allowed it to nest in a nearby tree. They became friends. What is the moral of the story? That even the smallest creatures can cause great disturbance. And it is important to be mindful of one's surroundings. Hasty actions can lead to unforeseen negative consequences, and being patient and calm can help us solve problems creatively. The Four Friends is another interesting story, and this talks about the importance of friendship, cooperation, and compassion, and shows how working together can achieve greater success. So there was a once upon a time in a jungle, there lived four friends. There was a mouse, a crow, a deer, and a turtle. They were the best of friends and would often help each other when in need. One day, because of a drought, and it was quite long, and all the lakes in the jungle had dried up, and the four friends decided to go on a journey to find a new lake with lots of water. The mouse quickly found a narrow path. The crow flew ahead, scouted ahead. The deer used its sharp sense of smell to detect water, and the turtle also kept with the others as best as it could. And they came across a large field. There was a golden harvest of corn. The friends were delighted and decided to take some corn to eat on the road. And what happened? As they were eating, the farmer who was growing the corn spotted them and decided to trap. Now, then the four friends realized they needed to use the individual strengths as a team to escape. The mouse entered the rope trap, gnawed at the ropes to loosen them. The crow picked up the mouse by its tail and freed it from the trap. Deer knocked down the scarecrow and the turtle crawled over it, making their way towards safety. Then they all reached the beautiful lake with clear blue water. They jumped into the water. They spent a lot of time cooling off and drinking to their hearts' content. They enjoyed it. Years later, the four friends still returned to their beloved lake for water and lived happily. What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that unity is strength. When we work together as a team, we can overcome any obstacle and achieve success in our endeavors. The milkmaid and the apple is a very interesting story, and this actually cautions us against excessive dreaming and teaches us to focus on the present and avoid needless daydreaming. So, once upon a time, there was a milkmaid who was walking to the market and she was carrying a pail of milk on her head. As she walked, she started to daydream about all the things she would do with the money she would get for selling the milk, obviously. I'll buy some fresh eggs from the market, hatch them into chickens. When they grow up, I will sell them, make a nice profit. I will use that profit to buy more animals and eventually have a great big farm, she thought. She got so lost in her thoughts that she didn't realize she had started to walk with larger steps. Suddenly, she tipped over a pail of milk, and the milk spilled into the ground. She was crestfallen, knowing that she had lost all her income, and her dream of owning a farm was destroyed. She sat down and began to cry. A wise old man who was passing by her saw her crying and asked her why she was upset. She told the old man what had happened and how her dream was shattered. The old man said, "You were too lost in your daydreaming and ambitions to realize your present situation. We have lost your profit for today, but that shouldn't stop you from trying again tomorrow. Pick yourself up, learn from your mistakes, and work towards your dreams." The milkmaid realized the old man was right. She picked herself up, started to make her way back home. She decided to focus on her present work and improve on it every day. And from that day, the milkmaid started to make more money than she ever did before. She learned that it is essential to focus on the present, hard work, and not get lost in unattainable future plans. What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that it is essential to focus on what is in front of you and work towards your goals steadily. Daydreaming and imagining big dreams is good, but not at the cost of losing what you already have. The monkey and the wedge is a very interesting story. This story demonstrates that greed and impatience can lead to downfall and should always be mindful of our desires and impulses. So there is a forest and there's a group of carpenters. They were cutting down a large tree and they were doing their work. A monkey came and started playing around. The carpenters also didn't give much attention to the monkey and they focused on their work. But the monkey was very playful and mischievous. So while the carpenters were not looking, the monkey climbed up the tree and started jumping around on the branches. Unfortunately, the monkey got its tail stuck between two branches. It tried to free itself but could not. The harder he tried to escape, the deeper he got stuck. Then the monkey started screaming for help. Hearing his cries, the other animals of the forest gathered around him. The elephant, the bear, the deer, and all other animals tried to pull the branches apart to free the monkey, but they failed. A wise old crab saw the monkey's predicament, and came up with a solution. The crab told the other animals to leave the monkey alone and go back to their homes. The crab then went to the monkey and asked him what had happened. The monkey told the crab that how he got stuck between the branches while he was playing around here and there. Then the crab suggested they break the tree by putting a wedge between the branches. The monkey also agreed and asked the crab to put the wedge in place. The crab then put the wedge between the branches. Now, as soon as the wedge was inserted, the branches spread apart. The monkey was freed, but the weight of the tree, what happened, caused the wedge to get stuck, and the branches closed again. Oh, the monkey was stuck. The monkey, seeing that wedge was stuck, tried to pull it out with his hand, but he could not do so. So, in anger, what he started throwing throws at the crab. He was trying to help me. Unfortunately, one of the coconut hit the crab and he also died on the spot. Now, what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is not everyone who helps you is your true friend. In the end, the monkey lost one of its well wishes because of his short sightedness and quick temper. The wise old bird. This story encourages us to seek the guidance of wise elders and to listen to the advice of those who have more experience and knowledge. So, once upon a time, there was a wise old bird called Ina. He lived in a tree besides a river and was respected by all the animals of the forest for his wisdom. One day, a wicked hunter came to the forest. He set up traps and snares to catch animals. Many animals got trapped in his traps, and soon the forest was filled with cries of pain. The animals were very afraid and they did not know what to do. So they went to Ina and asked for his advice. Ina listened patiently to their problems and then thought for a while. Then he came up with a plan. He called all the animals together and told them to stay away from traps and snares. He also instructed them to gather all the spikes, thorns, and sharp objects they could find in the forest and place them near the hunter's trap and snares at night. The animals followed Ina's plan. The next day, the hunter found his traps and snares were filled with thorn spikes and sharp objects. Try as he might, he could not remove them, and he was forced to leave the forest. The animals were overjoyed and they thanked Ina for his wise advice. From that day on, Ina became even more respected than before, and his words were treated with utmost reverence. What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that wisdom is more valuable than physical strength, and even the smallest and weakest creatures can triumph over the biggest problems, with the right planning and strategies. Next story, the Brahmin and the mongoose. This tale highlights the importance of trust and loyalty and how they can influence whether we succeed or fail in achieving our goals. Once there was a person called Haridatta. He had a pet mongoose and he loved it like his own child. The man and the mongoose lived happily together, but then one day a terrible incident occurred. So the man went for his regular routine work, leaving his baby in the care of his mongoose. And when the man returned, he found his baby's room in a mess. Furniture broken, things scattered everywhere. Now the man was filled with horror and grief and started thinking the mongoose had killed his baby. In a fit of rage, the man picked up his stick, killed the mongoose, unaware that it had saved his baby's life. As the man entered the baby's room, he noticed that the baby was unharmed and was lying next to the dead body of a venomous snake. Realizing his mistake, the man was filled with remorse and guilt. The man cried, apologized to the mongoose for his hasty actions, and buried it with respect. So, what is the moral of the story? You should always take time to observe and investigate facts before taking hasty actions or decisions. Sometimes things are not what they seem, and rash actions can cause harm to those who do not deserve it. The farmer and the snake, yes, this story warns us against misplaced kindness and shows the power of forgiveness and compassion towards even those who have wronged us. So, once upon a time, there was a poor farmer who went out to the fields to work every day. One day, he saw a snake that was badly injured, lying in his path. The farmer felt pity for the snake and decided to help it. He quickly picked up the snake, took him home, and nursed him back to health. He even made a comfortable place for the snake to rest in his own home. And a few weeks later, the snake was fully healed and ready to go. Before leaving, the snake thanked the farmer for his kindness and offered to repay his debt. The farmer declined the offer, thinking that an act of kindness shouldn't come with reward. And some days later, the farmer was walking in the fields when he heard a voice calling out for help. It was a snake that he had saved. A group of birds had attacked the snake, tore its skin, leaving him injured. The farmer immediately remembered his promise not to harm the snake and began to help him again. He brought the snake home and tried to heal his injuries. With farmer's nourishment, his snake became healthy and active. The grateful snake didn't forget the farmer's kindness. It used to bring various kind of things and little gifts for the farmer in return for saving its life. From that day on, the farmer learned that kindness is not wasted. Every act of kindness will be rewarded, no matter how small. The moral of the story is we should not expect anything in return for a good deed, but we should never forget that our kindness will bring good things to us in various ways. So, some of the takeaways, let us look at some of the takeaways from Panchatantra or from these stories. First one is even the smallest creature can be helpful and powerful. Kindness and gratitude towards others are important. Slow and steady wins the race. Patience and perseverance are key qualities for success. Creativity and problem solving are powerful tools. Physical prowess is not always needed for success. Friendship, cooperation, and compassion are important for success. Excessive daydreaming is not productive. Greed and impatience can lead to downfall. Wisdom and insight are powerful tools. Seek guidance from wise elders. Listening to advice from experienced people is wise. Trust and loyalty are important for success. Be mindful of your desires and impulses. Misplaced kindness can lead to trouble, problems. Forgiveness and compassion are powerful tools for healing. It is wise to pay attention to your dreams. Dangers lurk in every corner. Don't be afraid of change. Always be thinking of the future. Arrogance can lead to downfall. It is never too late to change the ways. Every journey begins with a single step. Time heals all wounds. Success requires hard work and perseverance. Stay focused on your goals. Focus on the solution, not the problem. Stay humble and avoid pride. Don't let anger cloud your judgment. Every obstacle can be overcome. Believe in yourself and your abilities. The power of positivity is endless. Never give up in the face of adversity. Learn from your mistakes and failures. Your actions have consequences. It is important to plan and prepare. Always be learning and growing. Misfortune can bring unexpected opportunities. Wise decisions require reflection and thought. Never underestimate the power of experience. The importance of acting quickly in a crisis is very important. Always be adaptable and flexible. Failure is only temporary. Don't be blinded by greed and desire. Always be mindful of your words and actions. Take calculated risks to achieve your goals. Listen, winning isn't everything in life. Always seek to improve yourself and your skills. Be respectful towards others. Keep a positive attitude and outlook. Trust your instincts and intuition. So, Panchatantra is a treasure trove of wisdom and lessons, and it can transform your life and also offer valuable insights for your personal growth and development. By studying these timeless stories, you can improve your motivation, wellness, and spirituality, and also become a better, more compassionate, and enlightened person. Incorporate these lessons into your life today and reap the benefits for years to come. Thank you.